Hello there. Been a while, hasn't it? Some of you may be wondering where I went. For some of you, this is the first time you've seen my face. My name is Con. I'm going to tell you a little bit about myself and how things are going to change from here on out. I started this channel during COVID, towards the end of my time in the British Army. See, I was in something called the Corps of Army Music. I was a guitarist and vocalist, and I was there for about 5 years. As I was leaving, this all started. I needed something to keep me sane in my tiny flat in Newcastle, which I acquired to do the first year of my psychology degree. Terrible idea looking back. Awful year. Wasn't a fan. Didn't have any fun, really, other than this. And I cannot thank all of the different subscribers and commenters enough for entertaining me in return with some of the things you guys write. Actually tickles me pink. But things are going to change. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about why and what you can expect going forwards, and then leave you with the choice of whether you want to stay subscribed or if you want to leave. It's entirely up to you, and I'm not going to be offended. While I was doing psychology in my second year, I became an axe throwing instructor. I had a great passion for it. I was fusing concepts that I'd learned in Shotokan karate, something that my family have all done for quite a long time, into it, and it gave me a really strong foundation to perform as an instructor. See, axe throwing is deceptive. It seems like a very simple game, but actually it can teach you stances, it can teach you blocks, it can teach you all sorts of different things. And the action of striking, of throwing punches, engages the same muscles as those that are thrown. It's exactly the same for your brain. When you throw a punch, you're throwing your fist. When you throw an axe, it's the same muscles activating. This led into a passion for things like knife throwing as well, just by proxy. Eventually you get bored of saying, I'm going to throw an axe every day. It just gets old after a while. Even if you shake it up with different techniques and trick shots and so forth, you want something new, something a bit more odd. And so that's where my interest in no-spin throwing came from as well. I was watching all of Adam Sheldon's videos. I was watching people like Danger FTC. I was watching Throwstar quite a lot as well. All of these different individuals. And then from there, I discovered that I had a passion for accuracy sports overall, and I went back to archery, something I'd only done once or twice while I was in the army, and a few times as a kid. But I was more interested in thumb draw, in Slavic draw, in the different horse styles of archery, and then speed archery naturally as a result. I was looking at Mihai Cosme, I was looking at Armin's videos. I was watching absolutely everything I could get my hands on and reading every single piece of material I could get as well. I was reading Cold Steel by John Stiers. I was reading Axe Masters. I was reading Ryan Smith's book, The Perfect Throw. I was entrenched in this stuff. And I went away looking at Robert Hardy for archery, all sorts of different things. As time went on and I finished my first psychology degree, I was doing a master's. And while I was doing my master's, I unfortunately became very, very, very mentally ill. I was deeply depressed, deeply anxious about the future. I was upset about lots of different things. And so pulling myself out of that was the result of practicing these skills. And not just those skills, but also different mishmashes of philosophy from across the world. I became obsessed with Old Norse poetry and literature. I became obsessed with Japanese concepts as well. I was blending things and rotating them and comparing them, trying to make them all make sense together in a cohesive manner. My passion was reignited over time when I came back home, and I just spent 2 years of my life practicing these skills, not really going anywhere else, other than to engage further with them. I was detached, I was aloof, I was learning, and I was growing, and I forgive myself for that time period now because it led me to where I am today. I've just turned 30, and this channel has not seen the light of day in a long time. It's been left in stasis. I'm back. I'm going to teach you the things I learned. And while I don't want to go into too much detail now, I'm going to teach you about the things I overcame, the things I had to forgive myself for, and the things I needed to do to make sure that I was going in the right direction for the rest of my life. Some of the things that I've learned are difficult. Some of them are very easy. I want to create lessons for you so that you can consume all of the information I've acquired in small chunks that can be digested easily. I'm doing this because it's what I want to do. I find this fun, and I have more than I need at this point. I don't really need anything from you as such. So this is my offer back for all the entertainment you guys have given me in the funny comments and the views. 10 million of them, to be exact, which is just insane to think about. There's a bit of philosophy that's going to get baked in, personal stuff to me that you may like, you may not, I don't know, we'll see how that goes. But I think I'll leave you with this. This is a personal mantra of mine, something that's been a guiding set of principles. It's a bit of poetry, but it's also true when referring to concepts in neurology. Strength is not in the body. Sight is not in the eyes. Love is not in the heart. And there is no such thing as I. One thing's for certain, I'm not dead. In fact, I am more alive than I've ever been. You'll see me every 2 weeks or so, unless I crash again, but hopefully that doesn't happen. If you have any thoughts, comments, curiosities, if you want to get in contact with me, there'll be a Discord at some point. There'll be a link down below. You can get to me very easily. I am easy to find, easy to speak to, and unless you're a knob, I'm pretty cordial most of the time. So that's it for now. I'll see you around. And welcome to the path.